What is privatization? Privatization is when a business, industry, or service transfers from public to private ownership and control. Is privatizing space exploration a good thing for us? The U.S. should privatize space exploration for the benefit of everyone. The private sector can provide technologies at lower cost and at a higher quality than the government can. Private companies are also not under the government's control and can pursue whatever technology they desire. One of the main reasons to privatize space exploration is because the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, or NASA, is already working with private firms. NASA has been privatizing operations through the Commercial Orbital Transportation Services Program since 2006. Companies like Spacex, Boeing, and Orbital ATK have contracts with NASA of up to $8.7 billion between them. They are relying on these companies since they have no more money or resources left to go to space, the International Space Station, or beyond. SpaceX's Dragon rocket makes trips to the ISS for NASA regularly, bringing astronauts the supplies they need to survive in space. Another company who is working with NASA, named Orbital Sciences, offers a broad amount of satellites for commercial, military, scientific, and international use. These companies are a provider to government agencies and have proven to be more than trustworthy. Their satellites are made for communications, images, science, and security. NASA has carefully picked out private companies to create technologies for them while still being involved. This year alone, NASA is at the bottom of the budget list, receiving $17.6 billion, which is less than 0.5% of the government's budget plan this year. This means 85 to 90% of NASA's budget is going towards these companies. In addition to NASA working with these firms, they also have better technology and can produce at an inexpensive cost. Virgin Galactic is creating flight technology for space tourism. They stated that the government space programs are not asked to help ordinary citizens become astronauts. The planet's 7 billion people have no opportunity to experience space and all of its possibilities for themselves, regardless of their passion or talents. There are many different companies in this new space race, but one of the major players in the business is SpaceX. This company was founded by entrepreneur billionaire Elon Musk, who is also the head of Tesla Motors and chairman of Solar City. SpaceX has designed and manufactured multiple technologies for flight and space that are tested and used in Texas. The firm's 2016 heaviest rocket, named Falcon Heavy, cost $415 million less than NASA's future 2023 rocket. This cost is low for many reasons, including their Merlin engines, which is one of the most efficient booster engines ever built, exceeding a thrust-to-weight ratio of 1 to 150 while still maintaining the structural and thermal safety it needs to carry astronauts in space. Boeing is another of many successful private companies. They provide satellites not just for the U.S., but other countries like Canada and Russia. NASA's Space Launch System, or SLS, launches greater payloads beyond our solar system faster than ever before. Boeing is at the helm of this project and has been contracted to enable diverse exploration, science, and security missions for the U.S. Boeing's Orion multi-purpose crew vehicle ushers a new human era beyond the low Earth orbit. The rocket is capable of transporting crew and cargo beyond the Moon and ultimately Mars. The first uncrewed flight test is scheduled for 2017 at NASA's Space Launch System site. Over the years, the U.S. has produced some of the best technologies in the world, but not all of them can be finished. NASA is under the authority of the government, and final decisions are left to the President and the House of Representatives. In the 1990s, NASA started the Trans-Hab project, which consisted of an expandable habitat that can handle the terrain of space. However, in 2000, the House of Representatives voted to shut down the program in the H.R. 1654 Act of 2000. This was not the only project to be canceled. Recently, in 2015, the U.S. shut down the Atlantis space shuttle at the Dryden facility in California. Even though NASA was unable to pursue some of these projects, a growing company titled Bigelow Aerospace has restarted the Trans-Hab project as their own, and the government doesn't have a say in what they can create. This company has tested their B-330 module, or BEAM, and has proven to be successful. Nevertheless, what's the downside of privatizing space exploration? Private companies are involved for money and are less interested in science. Private owners can also compete with one another and can patent technologies which limit what other companies can create. Many authorities in the United States, all around the world, have used privatization to improve the lives of citizens. They do this by proposing them higher quality services at lower costs, making the government more efficient and effective. Privatizing space exploration is the next big step to make America a better place.